Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Anytime and Jaedong here on Benzene. Top right hand corner it is the pink Protoss player Anytime, and in the bottom left it is the orange Zerg player Jaedong. Excellent, very good stuff between these two players. I cast a game between these two that lasted 30 minutes or more on Icarus a little bit ago. If you want a link to that, let me know. I'll put it in the description or just respond to your comment. I read every comment, as you know by now, and I'll respond to them if I feel like it merits it. Okay, so this cast is dedicated to June. I rated a StarCraft 2 stream from my own stream, twitch.tv/FalconPaladin last week, and as soon as I did, this Twitch user said, "Is that Falcon Paladin? Holy smokes!" And he was a big fan, and he likes Zerg, and so I'm going to dedicate this cast to him. Thank you, June, for being a excellent fan and a wonderful subscriber. Alrighty then. So, probe scouting here is Anytime. Anytime is an incredible Protoss player, you guys. He 3-2'd Boxer back in 2005 to take an OSL title from Boxer back in 2005. If I'm repeating myself, that's because I am amazed at that. Hiding the drone here. 12 hatching. Come on, come on. Yeah! Okay, got it down. He was worried for a second that probe would come in and block it. Look at that. He hit it right there. It was nice. Anyway, yeah, Anytime, man. This guy, he's got some good wins. He took a game off Flash in 2008. Took a game off Nada a couple months later. Took 2 games off Nada in 06. I mean, this dude is seriously good. His PVT is insane, and he was able to take Jaedong to a 30-minute match on Aztec. Again, not that long ago on the channel. So, by golly, this guy is excellent. I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring to us today. It's going to be good. And this is going to be a bonus cast for everybody who is stuck at home for quarantine purposes. Or even not just quarantine, just stay-at-home directives that are coming up and have been up for a long time all over the world as part of the attempt to kind of slow down and flatten the curve for COVID-19. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy the StarCraft casts. This drone really wants to take a third base. The probe was trying to mess with him, and he's like, "Get out of here." No. Like, hit him with his claws. Third base, man, check it out. 245 on that third. He has no interest in worrying about anything coming out of the Protoss early here. This is a Forge Expand. The probe sees the timing on the hatch and says, "I don't need cannons yet. Let's not worry about it. This pool is just now done." I'd like to stick around and see how many Lings come out of here. And it's going to be one set of Lings. All right, so one set of Lings to handle this probe so that the information isn't perfectly being relayed back to Protoss headquarters. Because, you know, that's always bad. But hit that like button if you're excited for Jaedong in a PvZ here against someone who, again, beat Boxer in a best-of-5 tournament and won $20,000 doing it. Crikey. Anytime. Serious Protoss player here for sure. He did retire in 2011, according to Liquipedia. He plays in the amateur leagues now, like a lot of players do. 1 cannon coming up, just, you know, to make sure that Lings can't just run through here and do whatever they want and scout and stuff. Are they heading? They chased that probe. Zealot coming over. He did this in the last game, too. Early Zealot. He just wants to make sure that Jaedong can't make nothing but drones. He really wants to make sure that he has to make some Zerglings, because that takes away from his ability to make drones. It costs larva, it costs resources, it slows down the economy, and it's just 1 Zealot, man. It's 100 minerals. The Protoss can afford it. No problem. He's definitely going for a Stargate. Based on this timing, there's really no reason to do much of anything else. Yeah, so the Lings are like, "Where's that Zealot?" He didn't even actually go over there. He just wanted to force the Lings out, and he's going home. That's even better. I don't know why we don't see more feints in StarCraft. Because Zerg players don't want to make units. They don't want to make attacking units at all. Right? And so if you can force them to make attacking units, but keep your stuff alive, that's such a great play. Like, he doesn't know what to do with these Lings anymore. He'd rather these were all drones, but he had to respond to the potential of Zealot, and maybe 2 Zealots, showing up and going after his drones. Such a great play. Anyway, Spire timing here. There it is at about 4.5 minutes. And there's your Stargate coming up at the same time. Probe checking the third base, the saturation. All right, it's a lot of saturation. Really don't see any concerns about like a giant Ling Flood showing up and ruining his day. Also doesn't see a Hydralisk Den, but I assume we'll get one. Hydra is pretty good. It's a Citadel of Adun, though. I think we're going for Storm. I don't know that Hydras are going to be the answer here, although it's pretty good to show up with a bunch of Hydras and just whittle away at this front door. This cannon cannot help you at that stage. So, interesting bit of analytics trivia. I was looking at my analytics page today, and it was like 65% or more of my traffic for these videos comes from non-subscribers. So, I don't know if it's people who are like Brood War in YouTube, and then they find me and they watch my stuff and then don't hit subscribe. Or if it's people who are like, they go to my channel every day and they see what's new, but they don't want to subscribe. I don't know. Just hit that subscribe button is what I'm trying to say here. I don't know why you wouldn't want immediate access to 5 Brood War casts a week, sometimes more, in the time of the coronavirus. But hitting subscribe doesn't cost you anything, just gives you access to letting you know when I'm going live with my Brood War streams on Sundays, which are a ton of fun. If you haven't participated in one of those, I'll cast your replays. You want to send them to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Brood War. You can check it out. So yeah, subscribe. It's good. We're at 40,000 subs now. We keep increasing every day. Really appreciative to everybody who's a new subscriber and everyone who's a long-time subscriber. And it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside to watch the channel grow. That's what it's all about, growth and improvement over time. Creep colony set up. Scourge are hunting Corsairs, but anytime Corsair piloting here is pretty good. Oh, I don't know if he's making it home, though. These Scourge are really close, and every time the Corsair changes direction, it loses velocity. Oh, nice juke, though. All right. Anytime's got this figured out. He'll make it home. I'm not worried about him at all. Remember these Lings that he made for no reason? Okay, he made them for Zealots. But he sees... there's a lot of Zealots here. He could have done that with 1 Ling, but having 6 is fine. So we're going to toss up Sunkens at the 3rd base and Sunkens at the natural base, because Zealots can really choose which of the ones they want to go into and wreak havoc. They have +1 attack at the same time here. Crikey mate, we do have a Templar Archives coming up. Dun 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 dun. Zealot's not sure where to go. The natural base. No, natural base is probably better. There's only 1 Sunken there. The 3rd base has 2 Sunkens. That is twice as many. The math adds up. All right, so the Zealots decide, do we want to go in? That is a wall. Oh, he's also using Lurker eggs to wall off. That is so hot from Jaedong. That's beautiful stuff. So not happening. Zealot attack has actually been completely negated, I think. Is he going to come in here? I mean, there's 2 Sunkens, but there's not as much of a wall. There is a Lurker ready to go, though. Oh my gosh, the Lurkers are already out. So, never mind. Zealots want nothing to do with any of these bases. Anytime is not interested in throwing away units for no reason, which I can definitely appreciate and respect. Look at these Scourge. They're like, hey, if you want to come over here with that Corsair that comes out of these Stargates, I'll allow you. Oh, they're dead. Oh, they escaped. They escaped with all of 2 HP. Reaction time for Jaedong, lightning quick, as you would expect from such a fellow. So Lurkers are here. I mean, basically, you can't deal with the Lurkers, really. Till you have Detection, till you have a bunch of Zealots or Storm. These are your options. Corsair count getting pretty high from any time here, too. Making an Archon. He's a little bit worried about maybe Hydras or Lurkers dropping up this way. He has a cannon here. He's got a High Templar ready to go and an Archon ready to go. Like, he is really concerned about potential drops in that location, and I can't necessarily say that I blame him. Just because Jaedong did a bunch of that to him on Icarus in that game that I cast a while ago. I'm really trying to remember who won that game. I just remember it being kind of nuts in a lot of ways. So, again, if you want to watch that one, it's a longer match that... You know what? It only has 20,000 views, so I'm pretty willing to say most of you have not seen that. Then I'll put a link in the description. Ask me to do so, because this is going to post after I cast it, and remembering stuff is hard sometimes. These Corsairs are trying to supply block Jaedong, but that's a lot of Hydras all of a sudden. They have +1 armor, which doesn't really relate to how fast they can kill Corsairs, unfortunately, but you know. You know where we are. Storm still coming in from any time, working on the group spines. And a Queen's Nest. You're going to want the Defilers. I was going to say, you're going to want the Plague and the Dark Swarm. You want all of the things from Defilers. Those 2 things are the big deal. And obviously consume is kind of part and parcel to the whole thing. So turder, hit that like button if you're enjoying the cast so far, if you're interested in seeing who's going to come out on top. It's looking fairly even at this stage. Anytime has a lead, but that's okay for Jaedong at this stage of the game. He's supposed to be down in supply. His units are more cost efficient at this stage of the game for sure. Well, at least until Storm comes out, then they're a little bit less cost efficient in general. Zerglings do actually kill an Archon that was morphing on that high ground for reasons. I don't know if they caught a High Templar or what. I feel like maybe they just caught a High Templar. Ruined his day. Yeah, Corsair's just being annoying. Trying to supply block Jaedong as much as they can. This macro hatch count, I'm kind of loving it. He's got one macro at the 4th base on the left side and one at the 3rd base on the top left. 3rd base is established. Just minerals. Only here for any time. His Zealots do have +1 attack still. Working on +2. It's almost done. This looks like a +2 timing attack out of the Protoss. Corsairs. Overlords do have speed, but it doesn't hide you forever. Alright, so early warning. Zergling gets an early warning of an attack coming to this 3rd base. And is he going to react to this? Boy, I don't know. This is pretty scary stuff. This is a lot of Zealots. They have +2. The Dragoons have +2. The Archon has +2, doing 36 damage per shot. He's just going, man. I mean, there are no lurkers here. One lurker does join the party. Trying to get on top of those Sunkens. 2-2 is really great. Observer does come in. Storming that ramp. Those hiders on the backside do get wiped out. Lurkers are here. They're split quite nicely. The Observer, oh, he's just, why is he backing out? Push back. Oh, he's worried about getting flanked on this backside. That is a lot of Lurkers, but you know what? The Zealots are hitting him pretty hard. Lurkers going out. Zealots dying too, but they are willing to die for ire there. This High Templar has 4 kills already. Archon in the mix. Lurkers all down. This is a really nice attack from any time, but Defender's Advantage is kicking in here. Additional reinforcements showing up from Jaedong, while no reinforcements are forthcoming. Nice Storm at the very perfect second there. Just had enough energy for it. Got it done. Observer picked off. High Templar picked off. And Jaedong holds. I don't think he lost any drones there at all. He lost a Sunken, and he lost an Evolution Chamber, and that's it. So that was pretty good stuff. No, again, no reinforcements coming from any time during that whole attack. I'm kind of surprised by that. Probably, yeah, he's going to try to afford to expand down to the bottom right side. He's a little bit mineral starved here, but Jaedong is too, because he has been spending his money like a total boss. North base taken 5th during all of that chaos. The Corsair's like, when did he have time to expand? Honestly. It's like, well, it's Jaedong. He's kind of insane that way. Lings, ooh, very nicely done. If you only have Dragoons to save your 4th base, Lings are a problem for you. So they snipe the Nexus and they get out of there. The Dragoons couldn't kill them fast enough to save the Nexus. That totally sucks. Was that canceled? Man, he just made 7 more Zealots. Instead, he decided to go for that instead of expanding. Oh, that's interesting. Is he trying to make Jaedong think he is expanding? I mean, that cannon's in a weird position. If Jaedong saw that, he would not think that was a Nexus. But it's 140 to 123 supply. Anytime has a bit of a window here where he can get something done. And he's going for it. He's not taking that 4th base. He's going full 3 base Protoss with +2 attack. Here against Jaedong. Is Jaedong ready for it? He's got Lurkers. They have +1 attack and +2 armor. Same with the Hydras. The Lings obviously sharing the armor upgrade, and they have +1 themselves. I mean, at this point, Anytime needs to kill a base. He needs to kill the 12 o'clock. But I feel like this is the stage of the game where Jaedong is the best. Got 2 observers here in case one gets sniped out. Storm and 1 shot. Lurker down. It's just this. The more that Jaedong can slow this down, the better it is for him. It's allowing him to make more. 19 Hydralisks are in production right now. It allows him to make more stuff. He's trying to push up. That 12 o'clock does look like it's in trouble right now. Additional Hydras coming down to the south side, taking a little bit of Storm to the face effort. That one is totally missed. But the Lurkers are getting stormed. The Hydras are getting wrecked. This northern base, the Hydras are trying to hold their well positioned. The Nidus helping with that instantaneous reinforcement situation. Continuing to pour in from the south here is Jaedong. These +2 Dragoons are doing their very level-headed best right now. They didn't take down the Nidus, which is a problem. The Lurkers are doing that splash damage. The Hydra's surrounding the Lurker to keep it alive, but that sucker is going to go down too. Still needs to push up here and finish that Nidus, but it's allowing him time to get creep colonies up. The storms are insane, but not enough. And Anytime is forced to abandon the attack. Jaedong holds the 12 o'clock. Observer picked... Oh, Observer 1, Observer 2, Observer 3 manages to escape into a little bit of a gap in the airspace there, making sure that the Hydras can't take him down. But that was an attempt. But Jaedong held it exceptionally well. Diggity. Diggity. All right, man. Well, he took a 4th base behind this. So, I mean, it wasn't as all-in, I think, as I thought it was. But still, Jaedong up 136 to 125 supply. Does he have Defiler tech is the question. He's got a Defiler mound. So that's good. Has he researched Plague? I don't know that he has. I wasn't watching the production tab closely enough to tell that, but... a maybe? Let's go with a maybe answer there. All right, Anytime says, let's go. We got +3 attack. Like a boss. 10 Zealots in production right now, reaching the field. He does even the supply a little bit, 148 to 155. Early Zergling warnings here again. Trying to make sure that he knows when the Protoss is here. Plague has got to be done. That's like one of the first things Jaedong gets when the Defiler mount is complete. I'm not seeing it come through, so it has to be done already. Guess who just dropped all over Anytime stuff, though? Well, that's gonna be Jaedong. Adrenal Glands is done. The Lings are happily murdering the Observatory and Gateways, so more Observers can't be produced. Dark Swarm is up. Defiler happily allowing these Lings to be more cost-efficient than they otherwise would be. The Zealots are heading to the north, but their main base is in shambles. He's got a bunch of Zealots here, but he's not interested in engaging with these 2-3 Zerglings with Adrenal Glands. The attack up north is kind of nuts right now, too. Dark Swarm is up. Storm inside the Dark Swarm. Zealot's getting on top of those Lurkers because the Dragoons aren't doing any work on those guys at all. But the Lurkers are getting picked out of the ground pretty effectively. But again, reinforcing units coming from the south. Jaedong has a never-ending supply here. This Archon doesn't care about your Dark Swarm, but getting ganged up on by Zerglings, and that's a good game. Anytime taps out, his attack is unable to succeed up to the north here. 2nd time in a row. Not able to take down that 12 o'clock position, and his main base is in shambles. He lost his main nexus. He lost several gateways. His observatory. I think his robo died there too, actually. And these Lurkers are still alive. 5 kills, 5 kills, 3 kills. That Zergling there has a kill. I mean, these Zerglings are racking up damage. Killing buildings doesn't give you a kill, unfortunately. I kind of feel like they should sometimes, but... Woo! That was a good match. That was Anytime giving his best shot here at Jaedong. Jaedong kind of laughing and flicking it aside. And he gets the win. I'm telling you, Jaedong is the scariest, I'd say, from about 15 to 20 minutes. At that stage, the Protoss isn't quite able to max out. They're not quite to get that scary with all their upgrades. And then Jaedong just, he loves the Hydras. He loves the Lings. Obviously, he's ridiculous with the Dark Swarm here, too. And that first hold was everything. That base did not go down. The 4th base was delayed. And Jaedong was just able to keep macroing. Didn't lose many drones at all in any of these attacks. The attack up here to the 3rd was a little bit scary, but he held it quite nicely. And then the attacks in this area, really touch and go for a minute there, but he's able to make it happen. So, June, I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't know if this was going to be a Jaedong win or not. And it was. So, huzzah. Zerg fans everywhere can rejoice. 144,000 points there for Jaedong, 121 for Anytime. 478 Zerg units produced for 192 Protoss. That's nuts. Only end up killing 123 units, but again, when your enemy only produces 192, that is a lot of Protoss, of the available Protoss dead. And then losing 270 units. That's a lot of dead Zerglings and Hydras, but just the out-macroing is what got him this win. Able to raise 23 Protoss buildings, mostly during that final attack inside the main. And then just way more gas mined, way more minerals mined, and a total of 9,000 more spent. That'll win you games. Those numbers right there will win you games. Woo! All right. What a fantastic match, but that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.